I hope you can hear me now, okay, and hope you can see slides as well. With this, probably we can just start the session today. So today's session is on getting started with Walk-Up Experience, one of the offering as part of ServiceNow environment. So let me move to next slide. A quick safe harbor notice, just in case if I'm using any forward-looking statement that should not impact your buying decisions or your decision making about ServiceNow product things. With this, just a quick reminder on the housekeeping. So this session is going to be recorded and it will be available for your access on the ServiceNow community page. So that's a good thing. Then post this session, you will get a survey to provide your feedback on this session. So don't forget to fill those surveys as well. Considering the small group, probably we can allow all of you to speak. So keep yourself mute and don't hesitate to ask questions. You can utilize the Q&A section available in Zoom, or you can type your question in the chat box. With this, a little bit about me. So I'm Jitu, part of Product Success Management Group here in ServiceNow, and taking care of the product adoption, heavily based out of India, Bangalore. This is about me. So in today's session, we are going to learn about Walk-Up Experience. We will touch base on the user experience as well as how admin experience look like with regards to Walk-Up. We will learn about the check-in, about the scheduling of appointment. We learn about the dashboard. We learn a couple of important concepts like variable time slot or skill-based routing that we already have as part of Walk-Up experience. This, my colleague will post a link in the chat box. This is about in case if you are interested to join our future sessions. You can go to this site, you can register yourself, and you can learn more about the ServiceNow offerings or products. With this, so let's quickly touch base on the concept. What is basically the walk-up experience is. So if you recall probably in your offices how your IT team supporting your IT issues, maybe via email, via some tool, you need to reach out to them, or via phone call to ask for the help on the IT related things. So for this ServiceNow, they have a fantastic offering as Walk-Up Experience, where companies or organizations, they can provide a better experience to their employees or to their customers in regards to providing support, especially on the IT side. So if you can see, this is what the concept is. It is something about application that you can create and manage to enhance the experience of your employees and user. This is a concept where you can provide in face-to-face service or in-person services to your employees. So it's kind of a small area which is dedicated to your employees. Employees can walk to that area and ask for help, whether it's related to your laptops or softwares, all those sort of things. So this is one of the fantastic way to provide in-person help and increase the experience, increase the productivity to all your users or employees. So concept will look like similar to this. If you see that we call this as a tech launch, the dedicated area. You will notice once the user, the person who is looking for help, reach out to this tech launch. They have multiple options, so they can book an appointment here. They can check in as well by using available hardware assets. In this picture, you can see the iPad. So user can walk this place, check in via this iPad, and wait for some of the agent to pick the request and start working on those requests. In these big monitors or these kind of big displays, the user can keep monitoring when it's his turn or her turn, is what is the queue size, how many people they are ahead from the person. So all those information can be available on this big monitor. So if you see that the entire concept is all about walk-up, having this kind of a in-person experience. And usually, people, they walk here, they need immediate help. Sometimes, for example, they are facing issues with the displays. They have a coffee spillover on the laptop or machine, so they need someone to be available in person and provide a quick help. So walk up is a good concept to handle all those situations on a weekly basis. With this, I'll just move forward. So I was talking about the walk-up tech launch, right? So you can see a couple of devices used here. So this page is all about those devices. We have an online check-in and queue option. So something like an iPad where any user, they can check in by using this device. We also have option to online as well as on-site. So on-site is something concept for iPad. Online is something they can join the queue from their own desk, from their own laptop or workstation. You will see the on-site queue, the large flat screen I was showing in the previous image, where user they can track what's the status on their check-in process. When he or she can expect some agent to pick that particular issue and start interaction. Similarly, we do have a concept of CSAT surveys. So this is about customer satisfaction survey. This is also can be displayed on the iPad, where user can walk into the tech launch, avail the services of walk-up, and then provide the feedback on site. So how happy they are, they want improvement. So this is one of the device can be used. iPad can be used to record the surveys feedback. So this is about the whole ecosystem. We do have a concept of badge reader. So this is something, if any user come to tech launch, need to provide some basic information, that information can be captured by just swiping your badge or your office badge or ID card, and then system can detect the basic information automatically and start join the queue. So this is what the ecosystem that we call as a walk-up experience. If I move further, so in this slide, we are going to talk about the walk-up experience for end users, or typically in IT world or organization world, it's employees. So those are a couple of benefits for the employee. Employee can have a better experience in terms of in-person guidance. In such important issues like coffee spillover on the laptop or skin is not working, those kind of issues definitely need in-person help or guidance. So walk-up experience is really a nice solution to those kind of problems. User can walk to the dedicated place and ask for help, right? So yeah, and this is about and then another benefit, that flexible scheduling. So we do have an option of appointment booking. So their user can book an appointment. In few cases, users, they don't want the immediate help, but they want to be appointment fixed. They want to visit the tech launch later on. So those kind of options are be there in the walk-up session. Simple check-in from anywhere. So we have a lot of options to check in. One of the option is ESC portal, service portal, or even user can check in via their mobile device as well by using the Now Mobile app. Yeah, so those are the various different options that we have. With regards to the experience of admins, admin, they have a guided setup, so they don't need to really go into deep for configuring all those walk-up tech launches. We have a very good, easy way. There is a guided setup. All just follow step by step, and your walk-up, walk-up tech launch will be ready with the best configurations. We do have option of flexible scheduling. There's a concept called variable time slot, which admin can configure. They can start utilizing the best, utilizing the best time of their agents. by keeping the slots, small or a bigger slot. So based on the problem side. So this is one of the concept where they can utilize best their available resources and their time available. We do have a good dashboard, inbuilt dashboard, which can provide you a good insight to admin, how their different tech launches they're doing. Is there any way to improvise them further? What are the data insights they can view and improve uh, the tech launch experience based on those data insights? So that dashboard is already available inbuilt. We'll touch base on those dashboard as well. Before I move into next slide, just quick pause here in case if you have questions or any feedback till now. Yes, we do have capacity. I'll cover this as part of my demo. Yes, this is available. User can see the queue and make a decision whether he want to go ahead with a check-in or he want to fix a appointment for later on. Can this work well as a weekly pop-up office? I don't understand, but is this something about the scheduling or available time slots? We do have a fantastic option to configure all those time slots. If we want to keep a 30 minutes break on a daily basis, then that can be done by admin.
Yeah, so Zara, do you want to come off mute and maybe just explain your question a bit?
Oh, all right. Good evening. Yes. So I'm thinking about we've tried this before where I work and it wasn't very successful. We had a dedicated space, and so before doing it again, because I do like the way this is set up, I was wondering would it work well as a pop-up, meaning we only did it on Mondays, so like one day a week. Is this portable enough where we could borrow an office and on Mondays just have a pop-up walk-in clinic?
Yeah, so it is possible. It is possible. You can configure your tech launch. You can shut down your tech launch for rest of the days. You can set to, or keep your working tech launch on Mondays or any day of the week. So those things are available as part of configurations.
Okay, thank you.
Good, no worries. So with this, I quickly move on demo side, which is really crucial. So as part of demo, we'll try to cover up a couple of scenarios. We'll see how the user can go on site and check in by using iPad or those devices. Of course, I cannot simulate the iPad, but I'll try to explain how user can walk in and how they can book a slot or check in. We'll also see the online check-in option as well. Probably we'll see the walk-up appointment concept. We'll learn the variable time slot and automated routing, skill-based routing as well. And the last, we will see the walk-up dashboard. And if time permits, I'll just give you the quick demo on how user they can utilize virtual agent for walk-up, check-ins and booking schedules. So with this, I quickly go to my instance. I hope you can see my ServiceNow instance.
Yes, we can see your instance.
Awesome, good. So as a first part of the demo, what I'm trying to simulate is I am a user and I need a help on one of my IT issue. I want to walk to the tech launch and then I want to join a queue over there by using their iPad or whatever option available there. So if you recall the slide here, this kind of concept, right? So I want to visit the tech launch. For this scenario, what I'll do, I'll just quickly impersonate one of the user. Walk-up user. And I just quickly go to the walk-up. So I'm a store manager. I just started my tech launch, right? So these are the initial steps that someone need to do it. So this is a one-time activity every day when we start the tech launch. So these are the three options available on as part of Walk-Up. So as a tech launch manager, what I can do, I can open a page in iPad so that user can go there and start checking, right? So if you see, we have three options here. So one option, check-in, can be done in iPad. Survey option can be done in another iPad. So once a user finish the interaction, then can provide a quick feedback on survey. There is a big monitor. If you recall my slide, the big monitor where we can monitor the queue can be go to this page, right? So if, for example, if I'm a user, I need some help, then I can go to iPad. This is what the page will look like on iPad. And if I'm registered user, then probably I can go and search my name here. For example, say the steel, and there's the option to choose the issue. What is your reason to visit the tech launch? And of course, these options are configurable. So something can be configured by your admin based on your use cases. Similarly, this entire page is also configurable. So you can change the logo here. You can customize the content. So basically that this is something provide you better experience for your own employees or your users. So for example, if I need some help, say my mouse is not working, something working, so I can select the reason, I can select my name, and I can check in by using the iPad, right? In case if you have any visitor who are not part of this database or any third-party contractor cannot search their name, then they can use this option, cannot find your name or email, and they can provide those details manually. Yeah, email and reason of visit, right? Since I'm part of this database, so I can go and select one of the user. Yeah, I can select my reason, and I checked in by using iPad. So you can see, thanks for checking in. You are number one in the queue, and you can return to Merisky now. So I'm now part of the queue. On the big monitor, if you recall, the big monitor that we saw in the PPT, here, this one. Let me make it a little big. Right, so you can see the queue status. If I see I'm on big monitor now, and I want to monitor the queue, then this is how it looks like. So you can see there is a person checked in, Alan Carrillo, and it's waiting for one of our agent to pick the issue. Yeah, so this is really a cool area where user can keep looking and see where is his or her turn to start interaction. Yeah, so this is about the big monitor is, and if I go back, there is the option of survey. So I was, if you go back to this image, there is an iPad for check-in. There might be one more iPad for recording the feedback from users who visited the tech launch. They can go and provide their feedback by using this option of survey. They can set the sentiment. So this is what the option. If I'm a user, I have some issue with my machine, I want to avail in-person help, then I can go to tech launch. I can use the iPad and check in the queue, and then someone from the Gen team, they can pick up my issue and start interaction with me. Yeah. So this is what one of the experience for the user. I want to explain the next way to interact is there are multiple ways, right? So I was calling initially that there are multiple ways where user can interact with Walk-Up. So one of the way is to go in person and visit the launch and join the queue. The another option that our employee can use, they can go to Employee Center, which is, if you're not familiar of this Employee Center, this is one-stop shop for all your employee requests, all their issues, everything. So it's kind of a dedicated for your employee. They can visit the employee center in ServiceNow from their own desk, from their own workstation. And there is a section here called My Active Items, where employee, they can see what are the active items for, and if they have any requests pending, if they have any surveys, they can see. So one of the option here is called walk-up visit, right? So if I'm a user, I'm in my desktop station at workstation, and I want some help from IT support team, then this is another way to check in the queue, right? So usually this walk-up, this page is smart enough to detect the location of the user and allocate the nearest available tech launch. Right. So if I select, I want to visit a tech launch, and you will see this is all detected. I'm located in India, and this is one of the nearest tech launch I have. And of course, these things can be configured. And if I select another tech launch, and also I can select. So, okay, so this is one of the other option where as an employee, as a user, I can interact with walk-up queue. You can see here we have two options. Either I can join the queue from my desktop, from a workstation. I don't need to visit physically to the tech launch. Even I can monitor the queue here. So you can see this is showing me the latest and greatest information. There is someone is already in the queue. If I visit the tech launch, then I'll be the second position too, right? So so I can monitor queue, and based on that, I can decide whether I want to check in now. So I can join the queue from my workstation and then walk to the tech launch, or there is another option, right, which we just learned. We can visit the tech launch. If there is some urgent help required, for example, your machine is not booting up, spillover of the coffee, you can visit the tech launch and use the iPad option to check in. So as an employee, I want to see the queue, okay? And now I decided I need a help. So I have an option, I can check in, I can join the queue here as well. Right? So I don't need to go there and join the queue. I can join the queue, I can select my reason, and then hit on check in. So this will add you as part of number 2 up next. Now, you can see these are the available, the week time slot look like for this particular tech launch, San Diego. So there was a question that whether can we, is there any option to make tech launch available only one particular day of the week? Yes. So you can configure this from backend. Your admin can do this. You can make this tech launch active on a particular day, for example, Monday. You can even configure the timings as well. Yeah. So this is about the joining queue from your own desktop. There, sometimes there will be situation where you don't need immediate help, but you need someone to take care of your issues later on, not something urgent. So what you can do, you can book appointment for those kind of issues. For example, your mouse left click is not responding, or something which is not super urgent. Your license is not working, or all those things which can be dealt by later, right? So you can book appointment instead of joining the queue, and you can have that IT support interaction based on your own convenience of time. Yeah. How you can schedule an appointment? You can book an appointment here. So you can select the reason, and you can select the appointment picker here. We have two different kind of appointments available here. In person, where you need help someone to be available face to face, right? For issues like audio is not coming, or screen is flickering, all those things. You can also book appointment for remote support. So this is something very useful, especially in the post-COVID kind of scenarios where physical interaction is avoided. A lot of companies, they don't encourage the physical interaction. So user can select a remote option, and they can avail the help from tech launch agent, right? So this other option is, if I select quickly one reason, say I need something, say mouse something, then what you will notice here, there are a couple of relevant articles or help documents available based on the reason of issue. So Walk-Up Experience is smart enough to select the best possible articles or help, which can deflect the support help or agent help, right? So something user can read the document and fix all those issues by themselves. No need to start interaction with the support team, with the agent. But in case if user is not getting the relevant help here, then always can go ahead and book the appointment, right? So those things can be configured by admin. So for example, I don't see the relevant document here. I want to go ahead and book appointment. Then I will select the appointment picker, and I can see what are the slots available, right? For this tech launch San Diego. If I go to next week, probably, yeah. So you can see these are the available slot, and you can see this particular tech launch works morning 9 to 4 p.m. in the evening. So all those time slots are configurable. And let's say if I want to pick this particular slot, then I can select and I can schedule the appointment. Yeah. So once I schedule the appointment, this is how it looks like. So you can see your upcoming appointment is this blah blah date. You have an option to add this in your calendar, in iCalendar. So that option, so that you can start tracking in your own system. You can cancel the appointment as well if you don't want this anymore. Right? So these are the couple of options that user can avail and book the appointment from desk. Yeah. So with this, I'll just take a pause before moving forward. Is there any question or comments? Okay, good. All right. So so we learn about the walk-up check-in in person in the tech launch. We learn how user or employee can join the queue or even book the appointment from their own workstation or desktop. Yeah. So now as part of next demo, we will learn the concept of variable time slot, which is really a very cool option, basically for admin as well as for end users. So if you recall my statement on the calendar picking up, so you can really see this. If I select my issue as a laptop refresh, right, and then you will see. Let me cancel this appointment first. Yeah. So if you selected the laptop issue, then if I select my appointment picker, then you will see these are the available time slot, and these time slot are definitely configurable. So admin can set for laptop issues how much time usually it takes to fix all those laptop issues, right? So if you see, we have a good 1.5 hour slot. Sometimes issues like have screen problems or OS is not booting up, definitely need more investigation. Or for example, coffee spillover on the laptop, definitely need more time. So admin, they can use the concept of variable time slot. They can configure time slots based on the issue type. The moment walk-up experience start using up, probably after a certain period of time, your admins, they will start predicting the right time slot for each issue. And what in this case, what admin recognize that usually laptop issue takes 1.5 hour kind of thing. So those time slots are definitely configurable. Even these dates also configurable. There is option to make a lunch break in between, so that user, they don't book agents during that lunch time and all. So all these options are configured, right? One of the interesting part you will see here, if I select issue with mobile, and if I look at the calendar, so you will see we don't support mobile issues to be fixed every day in the week. We have a particular day where our technician will be available to help on the mobile issues, right? So Thursday, Fridays, you will not see any appointment. You'll see only appointments on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, that too first half of the day, right? Because the technician who knows the mobile, who's expert in the mobile issues fixing is available only for that duration of time, right? So, or in different way, we can say that we want to restrict mobile issues to be addressed certain days of the week. We don't want to flood mobile issues every day on the week. So those things can be configured. This is something we call the variable time slot. So based on the issue, user can see the available time slot for them. And the another big, big help from this variable time slot concept is you can tune your agents to utilize their time wisely, best utilizing of their time effort. If certain issues, they need a 30 minutes interaction, then doesn't make sense to book 1.5 hour slot for them, right? So sometimes someone need access of Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi password is not working. Definitely, you don't need a full 1 hour slot for those issues. Those issues can be taken care in 15 minutes or 30 minutes time slot. So this is another way to utilize your agents' time efforts. Okay, so this is what the variable time slot concept. Let me take a pause here in case if you have any questions or comments. Okay. Good. All right. So the next concept that I would like to cover is about skill-based routing. For that, I need to little bit clean up system. Okay, so skill-based routing is one of the useful way where you can redirect the tickets based on your skill set available in your pool. So if we have certain agents who are expert in fixing the laptop issues or fixing the mobile issues, then based on the user select the issue, those particular tickets will reroute to those experts or the agents who are dedicatedly available for laptop issues, right? So system is smart enough to redirect the tickets or redirect the interaction based on the issue and what kind of skills required to fix all those issues. So this is what we call the skill-based routing, and this is one of the very good concept to provide a quick help and the right help to the issue raised by end user. For that, what I will do, I will log into my system. Yeah, so I was talking about the skill-based routing. Before that, I would like to explain the concept of service operation workspace, where usually agents, they will log in and they will see the all the potential method of getting issues and method of having the notices on different issues raised by end users. If you're not familiar with service operation workspace, I would encourage you to at least learn about the service operation workspace. This is going to be the one-stop solution for all the agents. So you will see agent, they can have all the potential ways where user can reach out to them. So you can see all the requests, which something agent need to work on, all the interactions. You can see the walk-up as well here, as well as incidents, problems. So this is kind of one-stop solution for all the agents. Yeah. So if I've logged in as an agent here, I have gone to the service operation workspace. This is what the dedicated option to service operation workspace. If I go here, then I can see the walk-up session. So I'm not going to touch base everything here, probably since we are in walk-up session today. So let's focus on the walk-up. So there is a dedicated section where as an agent, I can log in, I can see what are the open assignments, unassigned tasks are available, or is there any user checked in recently? What are the appointments? So I can check all those things. Yeah. I don't have any active appointment because we are not went to the appointment yet. There was one appointment created which is cancelled. Otherwise, I would have seen the appointment here. I can see one open unassigned task. So you remember initially Alan Carello visited the tech launch and created one interaction, right? So as an agent, what I can do, I can select this interaction and I can accept this particular interaction. So what does it mean? That I want to help Alan on the issue that he or she raised, right? So how I can do, I can accept it and start working on this particular issue. Once that work is completed, then I can move this interaction to complete, right? Yeah, so this is about the service operation workspace. I want to just give a good idea before reaching out to show you concept of skill-based routing, right? So we were talking about the skill-based routing. To show that, I want to impersonate a user, which is Ellen. So Ellen is an agent, and she's specialized in the mobile issues, right? So as an agent, as an Aline, what I'll do first, once I logged into ServiceNow operations, service operation workspace, what I'll do, I'll just go to my inbox and I will make myself available to, to provide services. Yes, so here, for example, I'm a user and I want to check in. Then what I can do, I can select my issue here, say I need help on mobile. So what skill-based routing is, just to recall, based on the issue, system will decide, who is the best available agent to take care of this issue based on the agent's skill. So in our case, Aline is specialized in providing the help on mobile devices. So once any user checked in with this particular issue, ideally it should automatically route it back to Aline, right? So for example, if I need to check in with mobile issue, then yeah, you can see this. So system is smart enough and assign this particular ticket to Aline, that someone need help on mobile devices, right? So Aline is expert in providing the services in mobile. Then she can pick this ticket, and actually system is already decided to take help from Aline. Yeah, so those things can be configured on backend based on the issue type. You can make that system will reroute those requests to a particular agents which are expert in those skill set areas. And so in this case, Aline was our mobile expert. Then she can pick the ticket, and really she can work on this particular issue with the user. And once once the issue resolved, then probably change the status, say it's completed now. Yeah. So this is about the concept of skill-based routing. Skill-based routing is part of another module in ServiceNow called advanced work assignment. If you're not familiar with advanced work assignment, I would encourage to learn a little bit about the advanced work assignment. This is really a big topic. Advanced work assignment will give the option to reroute the user's request based on various parameters. So one of the parameters is skill-based. A couple of other parameters based on the capacity of the agent, availability of the agent. So all those things can be configured in backend to provide, to assign the right, use case to the right agent. Yeah, so before I go further, just want to take a pause here. If any question comes up.
Yeah. Hey, GT, there's a question in the chat about appointments being automatically added to Outlook as an invite. So I did answer that. So we do have a calendar integration for
Exactly.
O365 for that.
Yes.
So you can set that up and you'll get the appointments coming to your email.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks, Alex. All right, if no more question, then I'll keep continue. I would like to show you one of the option called Walk-Up Dashboard. So you remember when we run through our tech launches, if you have multiple tech launches, then it is very much required to see the performance of those tech launches, how they are doing. If there is an improvement area, then probably we can track. So this is where we can use. Let me make it big. So we can use available dashboard, which is yeah, this is the option. So there are certain important metrics which are part of this dashboard already available to use by admins or tech launch managers. They can monitor how their different tech launches available in different locations, how they're performing, right? So how basically our tech launches, they are providing the services or help to the end users. So you can see this dashboard is out of the box available. And if you can see here, some of the important metrics here, how many walk-ups we completed in the quarter, how we are doing in terms of CSAT surveys or overall CSAT within last year. So we have two different kind of surveys. One is the survey which is available at tech launch physical location, where user can visit and take a help, avail the services, and fill out the survey sentiment. The other survey is kind of a post interaction survey, which usually received via email. If someone is taking online help, or someone is really not visiting the tech launch and they want to provide their feedback, then they will have this kind of if I can show you a couple of emails. So usually you will receive these kind of communication emails. Once someone joins the queue, then you are in the queue in the one. Once agent assigned to your request, you will have this kind of email communication. And once you complete your interaction, then you will have a email, that your interaction is completed. So in a similar fashion, the user will get a email option to provide the survey feedback. So I was talking about the dashboard, right? So we have a various different metrics available, survey, as well as how we are doing in terms of walk-ups by hour. We can divide the metrics on certain day of the week. So we can monitor here, which are the days are super busy for different tech launches. So admin can monitor all those sort of things, and they can make their decision based on these data points. You can see the reasons. What are the popular reasons where our tech launch agents are busy with. Similarly, you can see the location within last year. So you can compare your tech launch performance compared to the last year as well. You can see the interactions by cases. So what kind of cases coming. You can see the wait time per location. So you can see there is one location we have a high wait time. So basically, admin can go and deep dive and see why do we have so much wait time? Is it like less of agent available, or we have so many user requests? Right. So similarly, we have option to average service time as well for each location. So these are the couple of inbuilt metrics. Something can be used to make your decision to improve the walk-up experience for end users. Yeah. So with this, quickly move to the next concept. Since we have more time, in case I have a question, please don't hesitate. Unmute yourself, ask a question, type your question in the chat box in the meantime. Yeah. I'll take a pause of 20 seconds. Okay, seems like we are doing good. So I was talking the last concept, right? If time permits, probably we can touch base on how a user can utilize virtual agent conversations to utilize the walk-up experience. So if I just give you option, say go to home. So I'm a user. I have different ways to join the queue, right? So we talk about the physical location visits. I can visit the tech launch physically and use the iPad or option there to join the queue. I have an option to join the queue from my desktop by using Service Portal. I have an option to book an appointment from my home, from my workstation, and I can avail the IT help or services later on, right? Based on our own flexible time slot. I do have another option as a user. I do have an option to utilize the virtual agent conversations to join the queue, to book the appointment, or cancel appointments. All those sort of things can be done by virtual agent. If I just quickly show you. So this is what my virtual agent is. Yeah, so if you see, show me everything, then I can select, there's a dedicated walk-up check-in option here. So this is one way. Otherwise, for example, if I'm a user, I need to replace my mobile, right? So instead of using that walk-up, I can directly put my request here. Say I want to order mobile. Or actually, I should place a request of replacement. No, actually, I want to replace my mobile. So my current mobile is not working. I want to replace that, right? I want my work mobile. Yeah. So it is, yes, I want to replace. Right. So what are the issues that I'm facing? I'm facing issues with my network issues. So it is giving me option to select the device. Right. So if I want to say select, I want to iPhone 13 Pro, I can select it. It's giving me current phone site number. Yeah, so it is detecting based on my location, saying that your nearest service center is Seattle, or Tech Launch nearest Tech Launch is Seattle Service Center. Do you want to book an appointment there? Yes. And I do have all the slots available here. So I can choose a slot, and based on that appointment, I can visit the Seattle Tech Launch. I can go for a mobile replacement, right? So if, for example, if I want to select this time slot, perfect. See, my appointment is scheduled now. I can visit the tech launch, and I can go for mobile replacement, right? So this is another way for user to have interaction with walk-up. Yeah, so there are multiple ways actually. A user can interact and avail the services of walk-up tech launch. This is about demo part. If I quickly go back to my slides and keep asking question in case if you have, you can unmute yourself, you can ask questions. With that, I would like to have a quick poll. If you guys can, since we learned about the walk-up experience now, I want to know the sentiments. What are the likelihood that you will start adopting the walk-up experience, or at least start experimenting on the walk-up experience in your organization or your workplace, right? So if it is, I want to launch a poll. Please fill in your answer. Just wait for a few more seconds. There are a couple of other participants not answered yet. Okay, so I'm gonna end the poll. Seems like a majority of us, they are really going to experiment or start using the walk-up experience in the upcoming months.
Yeah. For the person that is unlikely to use it, just curious, why? Is there anything that that doesn't work for your organization?
Yeah, we're happy to hear your feedback and comments. If you want to unmute yourself, if you're comfortable to share feedback, we're happy to to learn from your experience, where we can really help you to increase adoption. Okay. No worries. Hopefully this session today will help you to increase the adoption in your organization, and don't hesitate to reach out to your account team in case if you want to know more about the walk-up experience is. With this, I would like to just show you a couple of important resources. Let me, if I can quickly paste in the chat box. Something can be you can use, and you can if you want to learn more about walk-up experience, you can go to all those resources. Yeah. Keep asking questions in case. Please, you can unmute yourself, you can ask questions, or you can type a question in the chat box. In the meantime, we're almost at the end of session. So hopefully you guys learn something new about walk-up experience, and you are going to utilize this learning into your workplace. Don't forget, you will get a survey request post this session. Please feel free to provide your feedback, how we can improve further in terms of these sessions. Do let us know if this particular sessions was really helpful for you to make your walk-up experience better. There is a hand raised. Hi, Saika, do you want to?
Hi. So I did have a question. Because the place that I work at, we don't really do just walk-ups. We kind of we're like an on-site team. I saw that there was like a remote option as well, which I thought was that it kind of pushed me more towards like being like maybe we can schedule this. Is there a way to like implement like team schedules, or like how you have like an Outlook calendar for like multiple people on a team that would because I like the layout of the appointments, but the problem that I would see using this for my team is that although those slots of times are open, it's finding the people to like always be available. So it's kind of hard to like leave an option open, I guess, like an appointment open if we don't have the people to cover. Does that make sense?
So just to make sure that I understand your question correctly, so you're asking question about the appointment available. Can we publish on those calendars, right? Is it something?
Yeah, so like we do. So I guess the way that we would have to find a way to implement it into my team is that we do on-site work like on prem, right? And then we do remote work too. So we have a place called the Tech Hub that we schedule appointments. I can see how that would be beneficial. The only problem that I have is that it would have to kind of correlate to we have a walk-up Tech Hub, and then we have a by appointment only Tech Hub, but it's not in the kind of realm that you showed it as the user schedules the appointment. We actually get like tickets and schedule appointments with them. Does that make sense? Would the ServiceNow still walk up? Because it's not really a walk up, I guess. Does that?
Yeah. Okay. So you're kind of saying you need to make, so they put in a request and then you need to make an appointment with them.
Pretty much is how, because we already have, we've already tried to implement like a badge process, right? So you walk up to our normal walk-up tech hub and you badge and it creates a ticket and it puts it in our queue. I found that portion really helpful in the presentation. That's why I said I was likely to use it. My question is, we also have a like by appointment only tech hub. So I was trying to see how we could incorporate this kind of model for that. Does that make
But
sense?
then, like, even if it's by appointment, the end user still needs to request the time, right? So if I'm
Right. So the end users like submit request tickets almost, and they get triaged. Well, like I'm a ticket triager, so I triage the tickets, but it would be cool to be able to implement like a scheduling system for that. That makes sense.
I guess I'm not really understanding the problem statement, because like if it's how is that different to an all say incident ticket?
Well, I was looking at the portion where like you were showing the walk-up locations, the kiosks, those kinds of that kind of scheduling where they would pick a time. I might have missed something or misunderstood something, but my question is that in that section where it shows like available scheduled time, I guess, is there a way to incorporate like people's schedules to show that sort of availability? Like the tech schedule? Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, it's I guess you're saying sort of based on people. So I mean, this is sort of for rostered staff, right? So you kind of have to have people made available for those times. You can't sort of just base it ad hoc people's calendars. If that's what you're asking, I think that's sort of what you're getting to.
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm having a
Yeah,
little
your voice is not
difficulty
clear.
hearing. I'm like, he kept me like faded away a little bit at the end. No,
I've got I've got a wireless headphones on. I'm probably walking around. So yeah, I was just saying, is that it? I mean, it's those availability slots have to be you sort of have to roster those slots, so it won't pick up the agent's availability based on their calendar, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, that was kind of, I was wondering if there was a way to like sync like our calendars based on like, because I know that there's a way to like manage placing time, but our schedules are so fluid within the day that having to go in there and change that or make certain availability would be kind of hindering our workflow.
The answer for this question is hidden somewhere in the concept of advanced work assignment. So there's a separate module where we have work assignment based on various different options. We do have one option there to assign the ticket to agent based on the availability. But I need to check if those calendars of agent they really synced up with our
calendar. No, it doesn't. It doesn't sync with the calendar, right? It's more based on what you show G2, which is the person has to be logged into the workspace and they have to have themselves set as available. So it's not based on calendar, but if they are using service operations workspace and you set your availability there. So if you're working on something, maybe you set yourself as busy, then it won't route to that person.
Okay.
Yeah.
It kind of, I guess, yeah, that's kind of helpful. I guess we could use it in like a ticket. We've been trying to find a way to get like ticket triaging into ServiceNow, because right now we just use like an Excel spreadsheet. So that sounds like this might be beneficial.
I can record this feedback and share back with the team who's taking care of the advanced work assignment module.
Okay.
Which we can have integrations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you so much. No worries. Is there any other question? I know we are slightly above our scheduled time. If no, I think we can conclude the session. Don't forget to join the sessions in future. Don't forget to give us a feedback on our surveys. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the session today. Thank you.